Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got the DJI Neo with me today. I just finished doing a video flying the Neo using just the app on my iPhone. Well, now I want to try using the DJI RC2 controller. The drone is compatible with the DJI RC2 like this one. This is the one from my Mini 4 Pro. We're going to use it to fly this today. And then it will also use the new RCN3 controller that requires your mobile device, or if I understand correctly, the RCN2 controller will also work with it. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this drone in the air, and we're going to just try out and see how well it works using the DJI RC2 with the built-in screen. Okie dokie, I've got a screen recorder started, and I've got the drone fired up here. Let's look at connection guide to see how we connect to it. So we don't want the Mini 4 Pro. Look at, there's the Neo. So let's click on the Neo. Firmware version inconsistent. So I think it probably has to download firmware to the controller, it'd be my guess. Yeah, firmware update, approximately 1 minute. So yeah, firmware is updated. Relink to device of aircraft does not start automatically. Okay, so we should be good. Camera view, it was that easy. And aircraft not connected. Did it shut down? No, it's still going. Okay, let's go back. And let's hit connection guide again. I did something wrong. There's Neo. Let's click on Neo. Remove the gimbal protector, slide the battery into the compartment. We did that. Searching for aircraft, it says. So evidently it did not find the aircraft. I'm bringing the Neo a little bit closer just for the fun of it. We'll see how long this takes here. Unable to connect to the aircraft. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to restart the little Neo. I'm going to shut it off, and then we'll restart and see what happens. Okay, the Neo is off. Let's restart it. Short press and long press. And let's go back to the main page again. Connection guide. And Neo. And let's go ahead and click on Neo. And we've done that. It says searching for aircraft. Yeah, for some reason here it doesn't seem to be finding the little Neo, so I don't know what that's about. If there's some, yeah, unable to connect to aircraft, so let's click on that. And it says pair. Okay, so that's what I should have done. Hold down the power button on the underside of the aircraft for 4 seconds. Tap pair. Okay, so that's what we did wrong. So we're going to hold down the power button for 4 seconds. And there we go. I think we got it in pairing mode. Tap pair to start. Yeah, so that was the issue. That was, you know, I know better than that. Connection successful. Yeah. Takeoff permitted, it says. And one of the things that you can do is you can go into full manual mode with this. So we can click down here, and yeah, 30 frames per second. But I wanted to show you the yeah, auto. I'm in auto now, so if I click on auto, there you get all your manual controls. But for our purposes today, we're going to leave it in auto, and we're just going to see how the drone works with it. And yeah, let's go ahead, and I see no reason not to start recording. So let's see, we got 23 satellites, 96% battery. Started our recording. Let's go ahead and click takeoff like I would with any other drone. And you'll notice this time the drone is pointed away from me. Normally when you take off, the drone has to see you, but I think it knows when it's in controller mode. And there it goes, so it doesn't need to. So yeah, so let me move the drone forward and turn it around so it's looking at us here. Yeah, and it's you know, it's flying like any other DJI drone. Let me bring it down here. Bring it in and get the action camera looking at it. And let's bring it in closer here. We're going to bring it in nice and close so you can get a look at it here. Yeah, it's not going to let me get it much any lower than that because it's over the picnic table. So now we'll bring it a little bit lower. And let's see as I bring it forward. I bet it'll rise. And it does, yeah. So it sees the table down there. But you know what? Let me see if I can drop that gimbal down. This is great. It's just like what you would expect. Let's do as I usually do a manual droning. I got some people back there that are walking by, so we're gonna let them go by. And yeah, reversing up now, reverse and up. And yeah, this thing flies great. It just flies just like any other DJI drone. And look, we even have the home point marked on the screen recording there. And we'll just back it up. Let's go out here a ways. So there you go. Let's turn it around. And again, I'm so used to flying DJI drones with obstacle avoidance, I have to remind myself that when I don't have OA to pay attention. So yeah, I'm gonna shut off the action camera here. We don't need it now. Okay, we're back. Let's move it forward here. Oh, I see something fun to look at there. Man, yeah, look at that Corvette. Holy cow. That's a beauty right there. Let's see if we can kind of do a little bit of an orbit. Man, oh man, look at that. And we got great signal here. Dropping the camera down. I'm looking into the sun, so it's not going to be the best picture in here looking into the sun, but as we move around, it'll get a little bit better. Yeah, look at that bad boy. That thing looks like it's ready for the racetrack to me. Okay, let's drop down. And let's just go, let's just see if we can go right over the top of this guy. Dropping that camera down, moving sideways, moving forward here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. 6.2 liter engine there right in the back of that car. You can see through the back window there. Yeah. Okay, we're going to pick it up. We need to get a view from the other side, I think. Get out over the grass, and we're going to yaw around here. Do a quick yaw. And there's that Corvette. Let's just go right over the top of it. What do you think? You can probably even get a little bit lower. There's a beauty. I like those black stripes on that orange color. Very cool. Okay, let's grab some altitude here. Hopefully not run into any light poles or anything. Again, this drone does not have OA. This is our Idaho memorial here to our fallen warriors. And you can see there's not much wind today, so pretty safe flying this little drone. Not a lot of wind, so you can see Old Glory is just kind of hanging there. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape. The controls on this are typical DJI controls. You know, I fly a lot of other Amazon drones and so forth. None of them have, and I don't know why, but none of them can come close to the controls that you get on a DJI drone. Another sculpture here. I'm watching the battery. We're at 67% battery, so we're in great shape. Never met a object like this that I didn't like to. Whoops, we got some people there, so we're not gonna go over that. Even though this is just a 135-gram drone, I think it could drop right on your head, and you wouldn't even know it. But anyway, we're not gonna fly it. Actually, truthfully, at 135 grams, you could legally fly this over people, but I'm so used to that rule, we're just gonna avoid it. So. Let's go ahead and go around the fountain here. That'll give us a nice little view. These fountains, as much as decorative, and boy, look at that. Get a lot of glare off the water there. The low winter sun is getting lower on the horizon. But as much as decorative, they're for, I think, aerating the water here for the fish. So that's where we're at. Let's come around here and you can see the sculpture, and there's where those people are standing, so that's why I kind of avoided that. Let's grab some more altitude. We're only 15 meters high. Let's take this guy out over the park. And it's just flying, man, it's just flying perfectly. And I can tell you the video looks quite good on my FPV screen here. Looks really good. So let's get out of here over the other pool. So let's see, we're full throttle in normal mode, and we're about 4 meters per second. Let's throw it in sport mode and see what happens. Let's go in sport mode and see if we can go. And by the way, DJI tells you not to fly this drone over water, but you know, I think we're okay here. 7 meters per second. There's some folks there, so we're going to avoid that. Yeah. I mean, you know, this is just a little 135 gram drone, and you can get these kind of same kind of aerial shots. Let me see if I can do in sport mode, if I can do a manual orbit. And I hear I heard some beeping and it kind of startled me, but it's just my action camera shutting down. We'll fire it back up when we do our landing. But there is the third of 3 sculptures in the park here. And we're going to be looking back into the sun. And the famous band shell at west-facing band shell at Kleiner Park, that they had to put those tarps or covers over so that they didn't blind the people that are performing in the band shell. But they did what they had to do. I bet you there's a lot of people over here playing pickleball. Well, not as many as I thought. Let's see. I see, yeah, there's a couple of courts with, no, let's see. Yeah, it looks like just 2 courts with, no, 3 courts. Maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 courts there with people on them. So, enough of that. You guys have seen that plenty of times. Okay, let's start bringing it back this way. Kids play area there. We're going to avoid that because there's, of course, always people there. Let's kind of go around. Let's just kind of go around the tour of the park here. Hey, I know we need to get a look at the Boise foothills here. We're at 42% battery, so I better not mess around too long. The smoke has finally left the area here, and you can actually see the Boise front. I mean, we've had so many fires, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see on this. You're going to see kind of pointed here. You can see that. Yeah, you can see it. Burnt area there. That was getting pretty darn close to people's houses and neighborhoods, etc. So let's bring it back to us here, and then we'll see if we can land this baby. Let's see. I've had the screen recording going for 13 minutes. Let's see, but that, of course, that included all the messing around getting the connection. So I don't know exactly how long. Well, let's see. Yeah, I can tell you we've been recording video on the drone for a little over 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes. So we'll easily get 10 minutes. And by the way, you can sure hear that drone. You know, it definitely makes its own noise. So here is the other sculpture. I just love these. I just think they did a good job on these with these areas and the sculptures. All these sculptures originally had a wind turbine on the top of them, and I don't know what happened. I don't remember ever seeing them myself, but the wind turbine was to light them up, to power those kind of neon bulbs that you see. And I just don't think that ever worked out. So let's see if we can get over 29% battery, and we're close to us. So I'm going to see if I can get over the top of the sculpture here. Point that camera straight down. See if I can. I better throw it. I'm going to throw it in cine mode. I was still in sport mode, so we're in cine mode now. And I'm looking up at the drone, well, looking into the sun mostly. But let's drop the drone down. Get a little bit closer. And so we're going to do one of my favorite drone moves here. So I'm going to, just on the left stick, I'm going to move the stick up and to the right and see if I can do a little bit of a reveal here. So as the drone is ascending and turning, and it's, you know, it's not, I'm having to, of course I'm in cine mode, so yeah, gimbal axis, tilt, movement, and limit. Let me pick up the camera as we go here and see if we can do a reveal. And we can. And there is, yeah, it wants to return home. So we're going to cancel that. It's down to 20% battery, so we got plenty of battery here. We are going to manually fly this guy back. Well, actually, let's move out a little bit, and let's do a return to home. And I'm sure I'm going to have to take manual control of it here to land, but let's just try it and see how close it gets to the landing pad here. And I need to turn on the action camera so that you can actually see it.
Landing.
And I'm going to pause. Okay, we got the action camera turned on, and let's move forward here. It's really squawking at me. It wants to land. Let's bring it down here, get it away from the tree. Move it over the landing pad as close as we can. It does. So it's just wanting to land. So
Critically low battery warning.
yeah, and we're at 10% battery. So I mean, it's not critically low. Let's get it up. See if I can get it over the pad here. No, too far. No, it's coming down here. Yeah, I may have to move the pad. Yeah, I moved the pad. There we go. More than one.
Critically low voltage.
More than one way to skin a cat. So the lesson there is, man, when it gets down to 10%, it's going to land, and you got to push the stick up to keep it in the air. So remember that on this drone. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you is you got to remember to stop recording. That way you'll avoid getting a corrupted file. And remember that this drone saves all those files on board in the drone. So let's stop recording now, and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, that was a lot of fun. The little DJI Neo. A couple of lessons there. When it tells you it's time to come home, bring it home and land immediately. Because when it went into 10%, it was just coming down, and you'd have to push that left stick up to keep it in the air. I did my best to get it over the pad. Ended up having to move the pad. If you can't get the drone over the pad, put the pad under the drone. Anyway, so yeah, had a lot of fun. I mean, it flies great. You know, in sport mode, it moves along quite well, and it, quite frankly, flies like any other DJI drone, although not as fast, but it did fine. You get to look a little bit at the park here on a nice sunny day, and that's always fun. I'm really enjoying this little drone. It is kind of the drone for all seasons. Oh, the connection. So you saw me the first time connecting it to my RC2 controller. You know, I stumbled around there a little bit. Hey, listen, I know better. You have to pair the drone with the controller. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with, but you saw my mistake, so avoid it. Very easy to connect it, and yeah, we're going to be flying this guy quite a bit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you taking the time to look at this video with the ever-capable DJI Neo. See you guys later.